Hi everyone, in this video we're going to learn some chair exercise. There are two truths about aging. One is all of us, we're going to age. And another truth is some age faster than the others. And one of the great thing about science, it shows that exercise can slow down aging. So in this video, I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do with the chair, especially a lot of us sits a lot. So one is just sit on the edge of the chair. Make sure the chair is stable, not the ones with the wheels. So I want you to shift your weight forward, then come back up. So if you're weak in your legs, you can always use your hand as a support. Shift your weight forward, then come up. So it's harder to just stand up. So I want you to shift your center of gravity to the front and use your hand to help you come up. And make sure you stand all the way up, not bent knee. I want you to be straight. So it will keep your balance. So shift your weight, then come up. Then as you get stronger, put your arms in front of you. So instead of using your hand to help you up, you just shift your weight forward, then come up. So I'll do like 10 to 12 repetition, and you could rest and maybe do 2 to 3 sets. So this is a great way to work your leg muscles and your glute muscles. We have 21 muscles in our legs, so we need to use them all. And if you don't feel safe, you feel imbalanced, you could always use a stick. Maybe you have a walking stick or a broom to help you stand up. Then come up and come back down. So that's another way to help you develop your leg strength, because as we get older, the first thing to go is your legs, especially if you don't squats. And most of us sits in a chair. In other parts of the world, people can squat all the way down, and this is how they sit all day. Okay, so that's one way. And from this position, you could also do a leg extension. You're just gonna extend your leg, bend your leg, extend your leg, bend your leg. You could even put a towel under your knee. I'll put the ball instead, and put a towel under the knee. Then just extend, and then extend, and then I'll do same thing, 10 to 12 exercise. Extend, and then so you want to develop that muscle to help your knee to properly track. There's a muscle here, it's called a VMO, and that helps stabilize your knee, so your knee is not moving all over the place. So extend the knee, bend the knee, extend the knee. I'll do like 10 to 12, 2 to 3 sets. You could also use, especially as we get older, we lose our balance. So you could use the chair as a way to do some balance exercise by standing behind the chair and use it as a support. Stand on one leg, raise your leg to the side, left and lower. So same thing, do 10 to 12 repetition. Inhale, exhale. Then as you do this exercise, so it's working the side of your glutes, and also working the isometrically on the left side, the one that's standing on the ground. Another one is I want you to rotate your leg, then bring it back. So using your leg to lift, using your glute muscle to lift the back leg. So as you can see, my knees is slightly turned out. Okay, it's working this glutes. Okay, these are important muscle groups, so especially if we sit a lot, this tends to get weaker and soft. So they do the same thing, inside, lift, and lower. So if you're watching this, you could do it with me. So make sure you breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift and lower, lift and lower. Although some of us maybe were using this moving leg, but you'll feel the tiredness in your right leg because it's also working. It's trying to keep you stable as you lift your other leg. Next, same thing, bring it back. So turn. Okay. And and I want you to feel that muscle working. Okay. So this is a great way to develop your balance. Yesterday, a lady came by at my studio, and she's in her mid 70s, and she had a hip replacement. One is 7 years old, one is 6 months ago. So I was trying to help her develop her balance. And one of the things when you had surgery, your muscle tends to get weak, or they're not firing in proper sequence. So my goal is to help her get the muscle working again, so she could develop her balance. So she was shuffling, and so there's a lot of weakness in her. And when she's walking, she's like swaying side to side because some of those muscles, especially the glute muscle, were not working. That's why we're doing this exercise. And whether we like it or not, a lot of us or some of us will fall, and we don't want you to fall and break your hip. And so that's why we're doing this balance exercise. And then as you get better, you can stand close to a chair. You can use a chair as a support and hold it for 30 seconds, then build it up. Next week you add another 10 seconds. So the goal is for you can put your foot off the floor without touching for at least a minute. Okay? Then you could progress to the next exercise. So do the same, the other leg as well. So, and make sure don't look at your feet. You want to be standing up straight. So you want to be in proper posture. So your body, your head is like, 8 to 10 pounds. And the more you shift here, that the weight of the head increases. So you're going to be shifting your weight forward. So you want to be standing up straight and looking in the horizon as you do your balance. Then you can progress to more movement-based type of exercise, forward, side. So then you're challenging your center of gravity. So front, side, back, turn. Okay. So front, side, back, turn. Let's do a couple more. Front, side, back, turn. Front, side, back, turn. Okay. And you repeat on the other side. Okay. Front, back, side. Okay, again. Front, back, side, turn. I'm having some dementia moment. Forgot my exercise. Side, back, turn. Okay, front, side, back, turn. Okay, one more. Front, side, back, turn. So you're trying to basically doing different types of planes of motion, so it will challenge the one that's standing. So although you're moving this one, you're actually challenging this part of your body. So those are some exercises you can do on the chair for your balance and to have some leg strength. And another one is you could use the chair as a upper body exercise. So you could sit on the edge of the chair, then press your hand against the end of the chair, and you're gonna slowly bend the elbow. So your hip is just slightly on the edge of the chair. Breathe in when you go down, the elbows bent. So keep your elbow pointed to the rear. And maybe some of us, we have some wrist issue. This might be the right exercise for you, but if not, you could do this exercise. So the deeper you go, the harder it is. So it's working your tricep, the back of your arm, your chest, your shoulder, as you do this exercise. The more you point your elbows to the rear, the more it's your arm, the more it's outward, it's more your chest and tricep. And if not, you cannot do the dip. You can also do just moving from your shoulders. So as you can see, I'm not moving my elbow, but I'm elevating my shoulder and depressing it, elevating, depressing, elevating, depressing. Okay, so you could start with 5 to 10 repetition. Another exercise you can do is to mobilize the shoulder, especially as we get older. We tend to be in this forward position. We call it the dowager hump, and those muscles get weak at the back, and your spine tends to curve, your chest tends to shorten. So one exercise you can do is just keep your arms sit as tall as you can. Then bring your arms to the front, straighten the arm, open the arm. So you're opening those chest muscle. Then close the arm, then bring it back. So it's like you're serving a plate of cookies since the holidays are coming in. So this is a great way to remember this exercise. Serving a bunch of cookies, then open, then close. Extend, open, close. So take an inhale, exhale, then inhale, open, exhale, close, then return. Again, inhale, exhale, breathe in and you open, and close. Then you could also do a rotation. So from here, you're gonna keep your left arm steady, rotate the right arm, reaching back, and rotate. Then keep your right arm steady, rotate with your left, breathe in, then return. Again, inhale, rotate to the right, exhale, rotate to the left, breathe in, opening up your chest. Then let's do one more each side. So I'm maintaining my posture as I do this exercise. Opening the chest so you'll feel that. Then relax your arm. And some of us, we're losing our mobility in our wrists, so we cannot, maybe our wrists are getting weaker and we can't open jars. One way is to maintain your mobility if your wrist is by doing some exercise for your wrist. One is just wrist mobilization, I call it. So interlock your fingers and you just roll your wrists. One way, I'll do like 5 counts, then roll the other way. So just don't force it, just roll over your wrist. Okay? So another one is wrist wave. So I'm flexing my wrist. So one arm is higher, one arm is lower. I'm extending my wrist. Flexing, extending. Then I'll do reverse the other direction. So one arm is higher than the other. So this is a great way to mobilize your wrists, especially if you do a lot of work with your hands. So palms face down. So this one, lateral wrist. So I'm now stretching the side part of my wrist. My palms remain facing down, then I press it away from my body. I interlock my fingers, then I press out. So I'll feel the pull on the outside of my wrist. Okay? Next is wrist roll. Imagine you have magnetic wrists. Then you just roll your wrists around each other. Roll your wrists around each other. I'll do like 3 to 5 reps. Then you could do a reverse. Good. Another one is wrist relief. So you just want relief for your hands. You face the back of your wrist and just elevate your elbows. Keep the back of your hand connected with each other and feel that stretch in your wrist. 4. And you could always use this video as a guide for you to remember. So those are great for wrists. Another one is for the shoulders. Interlock your fingers. So just go side to side. You're pulling the elbow side to side. Now roll forward. I'll do like 5. Then reverse. Roll reverse. So we normally give this to our baseball player athletes to mobilize their shoulder. So imagine your elbows are like paddles. You're paddling forward in the water, or you're crawling in the mud. Now reverse. So it's hydrating those muscle tissues in your shoulder blades. Okay, especially we don't move our shoulder much. Now elbows in, elbows out. Open and close. Another one is also goal post position. So in a goal post position, then rotate your arm downward, then rotate to vertical, then back. Again, rotate down, back to vertical, then extend back. Down, vertical, back, down. Okay, then shake it off. Do a small circle. So you could do this anywhere, maybe in front of the computer, or even just, tired from sitting in front of the television. Just once in a while, go to the edge of the chair and just loosening up your shoulder. Another one too is big circles. Okay, go to the outer range of your shoulder. Then reverse. Okay. The reason why we're doing this, so those ligaments and tissue, your fascia, doesn't get sticky, because that's why some people they get frozen shoulder, because they rarely reach or use their shoulder mobility. Most of us tend to stay in this imaginary square box, driving, typing, washing the dishes. So everything is up here. We don't reach back, reach up. So we limit those shoulder ranges. So these are some chair exercise you can do from home. Hopefully you learned something from today and you could use it, and it will be useful for your day-to-day lives. So thanks so much for watching, and till next time. Bye.